That's right. Welcome back to Lotus Riche Ignites Show, where my guest is the fabulous Dr. Carolyne Opinde. So go ahead, like, share, and start a watch party, and run and tell somebody to come on in and get away fitting, because I've got a fabulous guest tonight as we ignite and take flight. All right, and welcome to the show. I'm Lotus Riche, your fabulous host, and I'm super duper happy that you are here with me today as my wonderful guest, Dr. Carolyne Opinde, comes today to talk to us about empowering nonprofit organizations. So come on in, and get in where you fit in, right? Get in where you fit in, because I've always got room around my table for you. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody. Now, you know, I always say note takers are money makers, honey. So go ahead and get your notepad and get you a pen. Get you one pen, get you two pens, because it's time for us to go to school when we acknowledge how to empower nonprofit organizations. And maybe a nonprofit organization that you want to empower may be your own, or even someone you know. So when you come in and gather around the table, make sure you let us know where you're coming in from, so we can give you a nice shout out and let people in your area know that you are on the box with Lotus Riche Ignites. Now, many of you often say, "Hey, Lolo, what's in your cup tonight? What's in your cup tonight?" Well, I've got to tell you, I'm going to tell you what's in my cup, but you got to go get your cup first. Tonight, I've got some water in my cup. All right. Yes, right. And I was just pouring me some water, and I've got water in my cup tonight because I'm going to talk to Dr. Opinde, and she's going to set everything right when it comes to nonprofit organizations and how she is working wonders around the world to help them ignite and take flight in the nonprofit organizations of their life. So come on in and get in where you fit in. And I want to take a look and see who we have here. So very quickly, wow, we've got Angela from Washington, D.C. already in the house. I'm so happy to have you here. Well, Angela, guess what? Dr. Opinde is going to be talking to us very shortly. And I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to get this party started right, because guess what? Dr. Opinde is back there. Yeah, back there in the studio. So while I go get Dr. Opinde, you go ahead and let me know if you're ready for Dr. Opinde to come to the show. Put a number two in the comment block below. Put your 2 in, and I'm going backstage to the studio to do what I do and get Dr. Opinde for you. We'll be right back. You ready? You got me running, Shake it, baby. Raise your hands up. Raise them up. She is the CEO and founder of, guess what? The NGO Whisperer. But today she won't be whispering, she'll be talking out loud about how to empower nonprofit organizations. So get your pad and pen, because it's time to win. And come on in with Lotus Riche and Dr. Carolyne Opinde. Hello, Dr. Carolyne Opinde. I'm so happy to have you here. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. You're looking great. You're looking awesome there, Dr. Riche.
Thank you. And you are as well, as always. So I really love talking to you. I could just hold it to myself because she's just a wealth of knowledge, but I'm not. She came all the way here from Africa to talk to you. So Doc, where are you at physically in Africa right now?
Right now, I'm actually in Manchester, United Kingdom. So I'm joining you from the UK. However, I am Kenyan. and I lived in South Africa, and now I'm here in the United Kingdom.
Awesome, awesome. So you know, the last time we talked, you made sure you was like, I'm Kenyan. I'm in the UK, but I'm Kenyan. She always represents no matter where she is. So to all our folks over in Kenya, you should definitely celebrate Dr. Opinde because she always represents no matter where she is in the world, where she's from. So that's great. So Dr. Opinde, thank you so much for coming to the show. And tonight our topic is empowering nonprofit organizations. And I'm super happy that you are here to talk about it. But before we get started, we have several people jumping in. And hey, I'm going to put you right to work helping me see who we have joining us today. So who we got, Doc?
We have our branding strategist, Karen KJ Johnson. Hello, Karen.
All right. And I think see, Karen know how to come into the house. She's listening in from Dallas, Texas. All right. Texas in the house. And we have Laura, she's coming in from the Philippines. Great to see you. And Doc, they were waiting for you. They was ready for you. I told them to put some 2 in the comment blocks. They put those 2s in. So great, Angie. You know what to do. And we have somebody here. I think they call him the money doctor, Dr. Opinde. Who's that?
Wait, let me see. Is this Ken Pueblo?
Yeah, Dexter Sadler, Dr. Dexter Sadler, the money doctor. He's coming in from San Antonio, Texas, and it's great to see you. And we've got a lot of 2s coming in. So we've got 2s from all over the world saying, I'm giving you a 2, so you know what you got to do. So we've got to get right on our duty. And I want to say hi to Katina York all the way from Florida. Great to see you, Katina. So let's get right into it, Doc. What inspired you to come to the show today? Because I know you're a busy lady, but you're always making time to make a difference in other people's lives.
Today, the main purpose is really, and it's always been my purpose from day one when I met you and I told you I would like to come to Lotus Riche Ignites because my passion is empowering nonprofits so they can successfully impact people's lives. And I use every opportunity and every media form, all shapes and sizes to let this message go out that nonprofits are doing a great job and they deserve someone to support them, to equip them so they can successfully impact people's lives. And that's why I'm here today.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. And so if you like what you just heard, put a 3 in the comment below. Put a 3 in the comment below because she is passionate. She is passionate and she is purposeful about why she's here today. So with that being said, I wanted to ask you, when did you recognize that you had a voice for helping nonprofits? Because it's not an easy job to do, Doc.
Dr. Riche, my passion for working in the nonprofit, I didn't even know that I had a passion for the nonprofit sector back in the day. I didn't call it the nonprofit sector. I was just helping out people. I was doing a good turn. And I started young when I was about 7 years old. And you know the story, I shared it with you and I'm going to share it
yes.
today. Yeah, when I was about 7 years old, I was a Girl Guide. A Girl Guide is like a scout girl. Mm-hmm. And back in the day, I grew up in Kenya and I went to a day school because we have boarding schools and we have day schools, a mixed day school, meaning there were boys and girls. And so the boys were Boy Scouts and the girls were Girl Guides. And I realized as one of the leaders of the Girl Guides, very young, 7 years old, I was in what we call Standard 2 or what you could call Grade 2 in the United States. And I realized that some of my fellow pupils in school were not having lunch because they could not afford it. The school offered lunch, but you had to pay 5 Kenya shillings per term, and a school term is 3 months. So then I decided, how about we raise funds as Girl Guides and do a good turn? You know, as scouts, you have to do a good turn every day. And we thought if we gathered enough money to help other children who go to the same school as we do, so they can also have lunch with us when we are eating from the school and the lunches the school offers. That would be a good time, enough to last us term. So I was thinking, because sometimes you would get so you would get so guilty, because you're thinking, what am I going to do tomorrow is a good time? And we really took it seriously. So then I gathered all my friends, and we were little girls, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, around that age. And we decided all of us are going to start cleaning dishes at home. And then our parents would pay us, and we would go an extra mile and do other chores in the house, and we would get paid. But that was not enough. Then I decided, you know what? I have so many neighbors around. If I clean dishes in all these houses, I'll make enough money to feed so many children. So that's what I did. One Saturday morning, I woke up and I made an announcement at home that I was going to clean dishes in people's houses to raise money to help other children so they can have food. And that's what I did. And I cleaned dishes. I wish I would have charged them more, because people just gave me so much. And I've shared this story over and over again. And that's when my eyes opened up to doing good.
Yes.
But from the point of doing good and raising funds at the same time to bless other people. That's what I knew. I didn't know this word fundraising. I didn't know it as non-profit work.
Yes.
For me, it was just a good time.
Yes. And Dr. Opinde, I must say, you and I, we sat and we talked, because we both wash dishes, folks. If anybody out there has ever washed dishes to raise funds because your mom or your dad told you, or because you knew you had to wash your own dishes, or because you wash dishes to make money, put a number 4 in the comment block if you know what we mean, because washing dishes is not an easy chore. And I've never liked washing the silverware. I don't know why. I just always did not like washing the dishes, and I had to wash the silverware. So I didn't mind washing the dishes. But Dr. Opinde, you and I talked about that. And that let me know that you led from a heart full of love. Because the average person is not going to say, I'm going to go out and I'm going to wash dishes to raise money. Because some people, they get grossed out from washing people's dishes. I know I've washed a million dishes, but I wash dishes for money. I started working for the Sheraton, and I share with you, I was a dishwasher when I started with the Sheraton and worked my way up to a salad chef. But I did it for the money, but you did it for the love of helping other people. And that's powerful. And that helped you gain your voice to do what you're doing now. And so I know you do a lot with the private sector and all of that. So what I'd like to know is basically how you are doing it. And I want to know more about the NGO Whisperer, if you would.
Thank you so much. Great question. I founded the NGO Whisperer in 2018 March, after I stepped out from career in the nonprofit sector. So by training, I was actually a mathematician. I studied mathematics and chemistry at the University of Nairobi in Kenya, which is where I come from. And when I finished, I offered to be a volunteer to a nonprofit that was campaigning for students who are living with HIV, and those also who are not living with HIV, to know their status and to be safe from getting HIV. So we were basically peer educators. So that's how I got into the nonprofit sector. Just want to give you that background. That's how I got into the nonprofit sector. Initially, my idea was to study mathematics and chemistry, become a chemical engineer, and make a lot of money. And then when I was introduced to this nonprofit, it's called I Choose Life Africa. It is still going on right now, working with youth in Kenya, and no longer just focusing on HIV. Now they're into entrepreneurship and leadership training for young people. So then I got introduced into it. And when I stepped into it, I actually stepped into it thinking I am going to be a volunteer. only to be told that the conversation I was having about volunteership was actually a good paying job with a project that was funded by the UK government, previously the UK aid, previously known as the Department for International Development. Those who are in the nonprofit sector may know it as DFID in short. Now they are called UK aid. So we had received funding. And the founder of I Choose Life asked me, Caroline, are you willing to give at least 2 years of your time to I Choose Life Africa? And I said, yeah, of course, I'm happy to volunteer. And he said, no, I'm not asking you to volunteer. You'll be getting a salary. And he wrote a figure down. And when I saw that figure, I know I'm in the nonprofit sector, but when I saw that figure, my eyes went like that. I was like, oh my word, I can get paid for what I am doing, for what I'm offering. And he said, yeah. I mean, you are a graduate, you've graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Chemistry. I know you had plans to do other things, and now we are offering you a job so you can do this full time. We want you here. That's how I got into the nonprofit sector.
Wow.
So then I worked with them for 5 years. Then I decided I want international experience. Then I moved to South Africa. Some of you know me and they think I'm South African. It's because I lived in South Africa for over 10 years, working in the nonprofit sector. Again, I moved there to work with a UK organization, United Kingdom volunteer organization called Voluntary Services Overseas. So they took me to South Africa to build capacity of South African-based organizations that are serving communities in the area of HIV and AIDS, and also working with key populations or populations at risk. So we were working mostly with young women. We were working with young women, adolescent women, and adolescent girls and young women. We were working with prisons, as they call them in South Africa, or correctional facilities. And we were also developing materials on gender-based violence prevention. And I was requested to go there as a programs development advisor. When my time with them ended, because you can only do that for a maximum of 2 years, I was transferred to work with religious leaders living with HIV. And there I got international exposure because I worked with religious leaders around the world who are living with HIV because of the stigma that is in the church and in faith communities. Whether you are a Muslim or a Jainism or a Sikh or a Hindu, all those religions, they are religious leaders who are living with HIV, and they need a place where they can come and talk about what they are facing, because disclosing their status to their communities or to their congregation sometimes has led to some of them being shunned out of their community. Can you imagine that in this day and age?
Yes, I can. Because, you know, a lot of times, Dr. Opinde, a lot of people don't think that that's still happening, but it is still happening, and it's worse than we think. It's worse than we think.
Absolutely.
And so we're getting some response from some of our viewers, and Karen said, wow. And from listening to your story, we've got quite a bit of response. And so I want to take a minute to really look at some of the response, because earlier, many of you may not know, but Dr. Opinde is coming in from the UK, and Karen said earlier, so gracious of you, Dr. Caroline, for staying up late to speak to us. And Ken said, very inspiring message. And your message is a message of love and hope. And I like this too. Karen said, nonprofits impacting lives. And that's exactly what you're doing. And we have Miss Thomas Manuel. She said that I'm watching from Ethiopia, and your confidence as you talk to us is empowering. Proud of you all. And thank you so much for sharing that. And hey, we have Daisy all the way from South Carolina, or she's in Augusta, Georgia now. Good to see you. And hey, right back to you. And we love you too. And of course, KJ Johnson said, oh, wow. Wow, what a beautiful story. Doing good and raising funds while she was washing dishes, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know. And some of you guys said, yeah, I've washed some dishes. You put some fours in there. Angie says she loved to wash dishes. And Lord Faye says, you are born with a kind and good heart, Dr. Carolyne Opinde. And Lord Faye says she done washed some dishes before too. And so, Dr. Opinde, what did Karen say?
Karen said, I have washed dishes, but not to make money.
I was like, Karen, tonight is your chore night, going in and washing dishes. And so Ken said, that's a power message right there. Thank you for inspiring us. And Dr. Opinde, Karen's got another comment. Would you please read that?
She says, Dr. Carolyne Opinde, what a blessing to start so young in life in helping others. I must say that I learned that from my mom and my dad. My dad was a doctor. My mom was a businesswoman, and she got involved in the church. So we used to call her Mom Church because she used to do everything church. And I learned from them because I would see the way my dad would treat his patients.
Yes.
And even up to the time that he retired, I know the show is not about my dad, but I just want to honor him.
Yes.
He's no longer with us. And I always look for opportunities to honor him because he taught me this. I could see even when he was on his deathbed, his patients would come to him so he can prescribe a medication for them because they so believe that if they took any medication that he gave them, they would get better. That's my dad, my late dad, Dr. William Opinde. So I just like to honor him tonight as well.
That's great. And I want to give your father a hand clap because not only did he do great work on the planet while he was here, he left a legacy for the world to continue to use the resources that he left behind. And that resource of love is you as you continue to inspire the world. And I thank you for sharing that because we have to highlight our pioneers that do things like I talked about on your show, not doing it outside of the box, but doing it outside of the stratosphere because that helps us to leave our footprint in the sand. So I love that. So folks, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to get knee deep back into how we are going to help you empower nonprofits because that's why she's here. Empowering nonprofit organizations. So get your pad and pen because we've got more to share. Be right back. And we are back. And so we've got a couple more questions for you, Dr. Opinde. When we talked, I heard the stories of how you helped companies really create their nonprofits. You talk to them about resources and things like that. And it seemed that it's very challenging in the nonprofit sector. And the question I had was, what was the hardest thing that you encountered when you were helping people in their companies get to where they were trying to go?
One of the hardest things within the nonprofit sector is when the people who are working within the organization lose heart. When they lose hope. That's the hardest thing because it's very difficult for them to believe in their vision and mission once they lose heart or they feel hopeless. I'll give you an example. There are many nonprofits that I've worked with in the area of health, global health, HIV, non-communicable diseases, and also communicable diseases like we have with COVID-19 now.
Right.
And most people who work within the nonprofit sector, they are the most positive people. They see rainbows everywhere they go, even in the darkest of the times. And the most difficult times that I have faced is when people have lost hope. And I'm coming there to help them as a consultant to raise funds or to develop their programs, because that's what we do: resource mobilization, or developing or designing a new program to respond to an issue that is coming up, like we're now doing with COVID-19. And I must say, and during this COVID-19 time, most nonprofit employees, regardless of whether they have lost funding because funding has been diverted, so many nonprofits employees have gone above and beyond and have not deserted the communities where they work. They've continued to work. As you know, governments around the world have given nonprofits the same kind of status as most nonprofits, the same kind of status as doctors and nurses. They are regarded as essential workers, and they have continued to go to the communities to serve the people that they were serving pre-COVID. But like you said, to answer your question, when they lose that, that is the hardest thing ever, because getting them to the point where they have hope and they have this can-do spirit and never say die kind of spirit is not easy. So that for me is the most difficult thing. Funding is not, because we can always raise funds. Projects or people doing our best and then someone fails or dies or all that is also very heartening, especially when you're working with people living with terminal illnesses, whether it's cancer or diabetes or high blood pressure and all that. And their nonprofits is doing an amazing job. I have a friend in Sierra Leone who was transferred to Sierra Leone to help the country in health system strengthening. And one of the hardest points of her life was when the community she was working in, and they thought, okay, Ebola is over. And then some people had the virus and they died. That's also one of the lowest points. So for me, those two things, when people lose hope and when we lose people that we are working so hard to keep alive and healthy.
Wow. You know, we've got some other comments, so I want to bring up this one from Miss Di. Let us know where you're coming in from, Miss Di. She says, just very proud of Dr. Carolyne A. Opinde. Just honored to watch both of you, and we're honored to be in front of you to share this wonderful information on empowering nonprofit organizations, because the fact of the matter is that a lot of times nonprofit organizations get on a rough start because they don't have the leadership and guidance that Dr. Opinde is giving in her trainings and even in her master classes. And we're going to talk about her master class coming up shortly. And Miss McCants, happy to have you here. Let us know where you're coming in from as well. And KJ Johnson said, thank you so much for the work you are doing for so many nonprofits around the world. I honor you, Dr. Carolyne. Well, Miss KJ Johnson is also helping with a masterclass that's coming up. She's helping with the branding aspect. So thank you, KJ Johnson, for what you do to help this initiative, because we all know that we can't do this alone. We have to network, we have to reach out, and we have to support each other globally. And I want to say hello to Shirley Murphy coming in from Nigeria. Always great to see you. And the fantastic Phyllis Weaver coming in from North Carolina. She knows how to come in the house. And Miss Murphy said, this is powerful. And look, where is Miss Di coming in from, Dr. Opinde?
She's coming from Fargo in North Dakota. I know her very well. I'm working with her.
All right. Fantastic. And we have another viewer said, So Sad Story Watkins. So Sad Story Ministries serves the HIV community, but in Rock Hill, South Carolina, it's hard. It's hard to get the community and funding that's needed. So this is why we do these shows. This is why. And they went on to say, we are a nonprofit that need help with funding. So keep your eyes peeled, because we're going to share with you some ways to help you get some nonprofits. And Dr. Opinde also is having a masterclass, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that masterclass as we move forward. So we talked about some of the hardest things. What was the hardest thing that you experienced assisting the companies with their nonprofits? So what is unique about how you're structured and how you help people that are having concerns building their nonprofit? Because let's face it, you work with people all over the world. You know, you have people in your magazine from all walks of life. I think you even had the first lady of Kenya, I think it was.
And so we have
magazine.
We have a couple of people. Just to quickly run through it, we have the woman who, Dr. Justina Mutale, she was the African Woman of the Year. We have the spouse of the governor of Antigua, which is that equivalent of maybe the first lady, but they don't use that term. Mm-hmm. We have someone from Hope Global. We have UNAIDS country director for Liberia. We have Mauritius, first female president, head of state of Mauritius from the year 2015 to 2018 there. And then, of course, we had the last one, which is there at the top, beautiful magazine, green cover and burgundy jacket, is the managing director of Microsoft South Africa. So all these are women who are in leadership position. And why do we have women on the cover of our magazine? Even though the NGO Whisperer is not a women's only organization, I am focusing, and this is something that I deliberately did from the word go, elevating women who are in leadership position, who have been excellent and are examples in our communities, especially women of color. Mm-hmm. Because that is rare. Rarely do you see magazines elevating women. Mostly it will be men and a few women here and there. And I decided, yes, we can decide to have men on the cover, but I have decided we will have women. Of course, at some point, maybe we will have men, but they really maybe will be husband and wife kind of thing. So we can always elevate the women in those relationships, because it's time. The future is female, and people say that, but I'm saying now is women.
Yes. And you can check on the magazine. You can get involved with the magazine. The website is down below. And before we close the broadcast, we're going to bring all of this back up to you. But make sure you go ahead and you support the magazine. Dr. Opinde and I, we talked for a very long time about the fact that men are recognized in the magazine. It's not a magazine that keeps men out, and we want to embrace and welcome their support. And at the same time, let them know, if you have a daughter, if you have a wife, if you have a girlfriend that, or aunt or a mother, she needs to be in this magazine. She needs to be connected. And you as a man or a young boy or a young man, this is a way that you can help connect them with this magazine, and you yourself can be connected with this magazine as you share with the world the concepts of the NGO Whisperer, that every woman of color and other women should be empowered all around the world. So right there is the website. Don't hesitate to go ahead and grab your copy of the NGO Whisperer right now. So we are going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come right back, and we're going to talk a little bit about a masterclass. That's right, I said it. A masterclass that's coming up that you definitely want to be a part of, okay? Because after all, great leaders need great leaders. We'll be right back. It's your business and it's your time to get on board with Lotus Riche Ignites for virtual professional services. Do you need your virtual assistant? We got it for you. If you need social media marketing and managing, this is the right place. Graphic design here for you that will blow your mind, and video creation too.
got me running, shake it, shake it, shake it.
That's right, you're watching the Lotus Riche Ignites Show as we discuss with the remarkable Dr. Carolyne A. Opinde how we can help empower people who are trying to create nonprofit organizations or have a nonprofit organization. So make sure you like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that the remarkable Carolyne Opinde is here all the way from the UK by way of Kenya to ignite and take flight. All right, and we are back. Dr. Opinde, we've got a few folks that have made some comments. So I want to grab those comments really quickly, and then we're going to go right into the upcoming master classes that you have. Okay. Shirley Murphy said, now is women. Awesome. Lady Opinde. And KJ said, I love that, showcasing powerful women. That's what we do. Dr. Opinde, so honored to have you join us tonight. Together, we are impacting lives. Yes, we are. And so thank you, everybody, for joining us. Please like, share, start a watch party. And if you like what Dr. Opinde is sharing, put a 5 in the comment block below. And then I want you to go and share this broadcast with someone you know, and let us know by putting in the comment, I've shared. And don't be afraid to let us know where you share, because this is powerful information that we need to make sure we get out. And Dr. Opinde, we have the money doctor himself. He's got a comment. And so I'm going to let you read that comment if you will, and then you can answer that comment.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dexter Sadler, for asking this very important question. He says, I am a charter member of the Scholarship Endowment in support of Paul Quinn College in Dallas, Texas. That's where my business partner, Karen KJ Johnson, is from. Our goal is to raise $1 million to give scholarship to students that will enable them to graduate from college and not have burdensome college debt to carry into and after graduation. What are some successful ways to raise the money for this worthy project? Dexter is asking us. He's the money doctor. Do you want me to answer that now?
Yes, if you would, please, and thank you.
Yes. So, Dexter, thank you. That is a very important question. And that is something that is very close to my heart, because without education, most of us, some people maybe would have been here because of their inheritance or all that, but without education, most people from low-income countries or middle-income countries cannot achieve success. That's a fact. People say, oh, education cannot take you anywhere. Education opens the door for you to get to places where you couldn't have gotten. So education is very close to my heart. One of the ways that you can do this is by partnership. Now, there's something called public-private partnerships. That is one of the ways that we have used to raise funds from companies who will sponsor, especially if they are high achievers in schools. Students with very good grades would get sponsorship from companies, and companies are open to do this all over the world, regardless of where they are. I've lived in Africa. We have companies, whether it's your companies in Kenya, for example, like Safaricom, our telecom companies, our mobile phone companies, our engineering companies. Those are the companies you should go to and seek to partner with them to provide scholarship for these youngsters. And normally what they do is they give these scholarships on merit, and you could partner with them to identify high achieving students, and they would support them. Most often than not, they would pay for full tuition, maybe a little bit of upkeep and accommodation for the students. So that is one sure way to do it.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Anything else you want to impart?
One of the other things that we can also do is engaging these young people in entrepreneurship or entrepreneurial kind of activities where you are not turning them into beggars, but you are actually teaching them how to raise funds. So, for example, one of the programs that I did way back before I actually moved or started the NGO Whisperer, I partnered with universities overseas when I was in Kenya. So those are a university in Canada and a university in the Netherlands. And what I did is I supported those young people to actually travel and come to Africa to do their internships there, because it was a requirement for students who are studying international development to get exposure internationally. And in exchange, they would pay the nonprofits that we worked with, and those nonprofits would use the same funding. It's kind of like a revolving funding, and sponsor young African students who could not afford. So this is a student helping a student who has the means supporting another student who does not have the means to attain the same education that they are both attaining. So those are creative ways and things that I have done in the past. I actually supported two. One was a young lady who was going to school to be a teacher and was required to come to a low or middle income country to do her practicals for 3 months. And another one was a daughter of a family friend studying international development and political science. And I actually accommodated her. And some of the funds that we raised, we help other students with that. So those are creative ways and ways you can, and I'm open to discuss what's possible for you.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And Dr. Sadler actually made a comment. He said, awesome information. Thank you for sharing. P.S. I look forward to your workshop. And so with that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you so far for sharing. I'm going to bring you right up on the camera because we want people to know how you roll. So KJ Johnson, thank you for sharing this broadcast. Ms. Di, thank you for sharing this broadcast. And who else shared, Dr. Opinde?
Oh, so many people have shared. I mean, I'm going to look here and see who has shared, because I see shared. Oh, Nyatetlo Matoy, Thomas Manuel from Ethiopia shared. And I believe you've mentioned Karen KJ Johnson. I'm just scrolling through. Scrolling to, so many people have shared. Oh my God, the names. So many. Amazing.
Awesome. And thank each and every one of you for sharing. We really appreciate you sharing this broadcast. So let's get knee deep into some more. Hold on. We got somebody else. Sharing is done. Many people need to know this awesome and informative show. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, all the way from the Philippines. We appreciate you. So Dr. Opinde, let's talk about your masterclass, because you've been so wonderful. You shared your heartfelt story with how you grew up, how you washed dishes. You talked about your father, how he had patience, and how the love of his patience and the sheer integrity of the man caused people to follow what he shared. And you brought that over into what you do as you help people empower themselves in the nonprofit organization sector. So let's talk about some things that you have coming up as far as your masterclass. So I'd like to do a couple of things first. I think I've got a flyer for the masterclass. Let me see. That's for the Whisperer show, but we're going to the NGO Whisperer show. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the masterclass, and I'm going to let you talk about the masterclass, because I'm going to share something that you may not know that I have. So if you want to hear some more about the masterclass, stay tuned, because Dr. Opinde is going to share it right here.
Nonprofits need to be branded regardless of their size. A small nonprofit, medium-sized nonprofit, and a large nonprofit, all these nonprofits need to be branded. Why is that so? Number one, There are so many issues going on right now, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic, where funding has been channeled to address different humanitarian issues. And organizations that will be successful in raising funds for their programs are those that will be known as the go-to. Branding will help you to be positioned as the go-to nonprofit. So whether you're a small nonprofit operating in a small area, geographical area, and you are known as the go-to in your area or in your field or in your niche, you can be sure to be successful in raising funds because funders believe in you. Funders trust that you will get the job done. Gone are the days when funders will just hear there's a new nonprofit and they would give you funding. They're looking for past performance references. They're looking for experience. They're looking for nonprofits whose vision, mission, objectives are elevated. And how can you do that if you're not branded? I invite you to the NGO Whisperer Masterclass, Learn Branding for Nonprofits, with our branding strategist, Carolyne KJ Johnson. She is the founder of KJ Strategy Design Studios, and we have partnered to work together to help nonprofits, regardless of their size, position themselves as the go-to nonprofits so they can attract funding from funders, attract the right type of people to join them as board members, as volunteers, and even attract and retain a high caliber of key staff, because all these individuals, all these people will contribute to the success of your organization. My name is Carolyne Opinde. I am the founder of the NGO Whisperer, and we are a consulting business that provides technical support to nonprofits so they can successfully impact people's lives. I invite you to sign up for the NGO Whisperer Masterclass, Learn Branding for Nonprofits on our website, ngowhisperer.com/masterclass. Book your seat before 30th January, because we are ready to take your nonprofit, elevate your vision, elevate your mission, elevate your strategic objectives, and position you as the go-to in your niche. I look forward to seeing
awesome.
You one more thing.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, Dr. Opinde, on your video that you shared,
yes,
I remember the video said that you had one more thing to share about the masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, right down below, this is where you can go to the masterclass. And KJ Johnson's going to put this in the comment section as well, so you'll have it. So, Dr. Opinde, what else do they need to know about the masterclass?
This is a masterclass like no other. First and foremost, it's a masterclass specific for the nonprofit sector. You may not know this, but I have raised over $100 million from the largest funders in the world. So when you speak about the largest funders, you're talking about the US government, you're talking about the UK government, you're talking about great foundations such as Johnson & Johnson, Elton John AIDS Foundation, and all that. I have consistently raised funds over my career from those types of donors. So I know what these donors are looking for. Now, we are going to position your nonprofit together with our branding strategist, Carolyne KJ Johnson, to be able to access that funding. Now, you may have tried and you may have done this and you may have done that or even been successful. However, where we are right now, is not where we were last year in 2020, and it's not where we were in 2019. A lot has changed. But what continues to remain constant is donors are open to nonprofits that are known as the go-to, or the darling of the nonprofits, as we always say. So when you come to our branding for nonprofit masterclass, we will teach you how to turn around your vision, your mission, your objectives, and how to tell stories so that you become a darling of the funders. Why is that important? Because funders are always looking for nonprofits that go above and beyond. Same old doesn't work anymore. The way you implemented your project last year doesn't work anymore. And more so, I also want to share with you a testimony today. This happened today. Well, it happened yesterday because here in the UK, we are already in Wednesday. Yesterday, one of my clients who I helped to raise funds moved from having nothing, they had something but wasn't much, to getting 7 figures during COVID in 2020. Yesterday, we had an assessment from one of our donors. I will not mention names because at this point we're not allowed to mention names, but this is one of the largest donors in the world, and they got a grant last year in October. So we implemented a project in the first quarter. Guess what? That client of mine was the best. The donor sent us a message. I was supposed to meet them from 9 o'clock in the morning, South African time, to 11. And she sent a message and she said, you know what? You guys are the best. I don't even need to come to your offices to check your reports because your report is the best. I would rather spend my time going through the reports of those nonprofits that are struggling. What was the difference? I walked with them through the journey, the whole of 2020, when other nonprofits were struggling. I held their hand, and the CEO sent me a message early in the morning, 8 o'clock UK time. In South Africa, it was 10 o'clock. Sent me a message and said, Caroline, wow, I have the message here on my phone. That is the power of what we do. A nonprofit that was struggling. These are testimonies. I'm not making it up. When you come to the masterclass, you might meet some of these people. They will let you know what we do. So these are not things that we have read in books. These are real stories happening during this COVID-19 time. When people are saying there is no funding, we are struggling. We have turned that nonprofit to become a darling of the donors. So without further ado, I would like you to go to ngowhisperer.com masterclass. Sign up. We have tickets for individuals. We have tickets for 3 people. And we have tickets for 5 people. Why do we have group tickets for 3 people or 5 people? Because we know that branding for nonprofits is not about the one individual. It's not about Caroline. It's not about Karen. It's not about Dr. Lotus Riche. It's about all of us understanding how to position our organization. Because you know what? I cannot impact people's lives by myself. I need you. The CEO cannot impact people's lives by himself or herself. They need all of you guys. So I want you, go now, take your phone, go to the NGO Whisperer website, sign up. The doors are closing on the 30th of January. We want you in. Classes will start on the 4th of February. Every Thursday from, I believe it is going to be from 4 o'clock UK time. I can't remember the time now. I'm trying to think US, CST, EST time. Karen K. Johnson, please help me. It's going to be from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock UK time, and that's going to be 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock South African time. For those who are joining us from the US, I will do the change in time and let you know. But what I want you to do is join us 4 weeks, we will help you think differently. We'll help you position your organization. We'll help you build your storytelling. We will help you be able to tell your story from everyday things that you do, and see how you can turn your everyday, what you may find to be so routine and so mundane, into a story that you can sell to the donor and tell the donor, this is what we do, and this is what we do, and these are our key successes. And I will share with you best practices, what has made that client of mine who is in South Africa be a darling of the donor when they were not, helping them with their report writing, how to tell stories and all that. It's so amazing. And I can go on and on, Dr. Riche, about this, because I am so passionate, because we are seeing results every day. Every day. Karen says it's from 10 a.m. Central Standard Time to noon every Thursday in February, from the 4th to the 11th, I believe, and the 18th and the 25th. And above all, you will receive a certificate of attendance from the NGO Whisperer with our seal of success and approval. And anywhere you go and you say you attended this training, some of the donors that you might be working with may know us already, because they know me and I've worked with them previously many years. And you can say we are approved by the NGO Whisperer because of this certificate that we have received. So take your time or hurry. It's all upon you. Go right now. Go right now. Sign up.
All right. I love it. And so, Dr. Opinde, thank you so much for sharing that. And it's great that people are going to receive their certificate of attendance, because a lot of times people go to different things, but they don't receive anything. They don't get acknowledged for even being there. But you are acknowledging people and you are helping them be a darling of the donor. And that's critically important. And so, folks, if you have missed any times, don't forget that it's 8 a.m. PST, 11 a.m. EST, and 10 a.m. CST. And now, for those of you that are ready to rock and roll, get your phones out and go here right now and grab your virtual seat to the masterclass. It's a 4-week masterclass. It is worth every penny its weight in gold. 4 weeks starting February the 4th, February 11th, 18th February, and 25th. You don't want to miss this. Branding for nonprofits is going to be incredible. It's build credibility and it builds trust, and it's very critical to your success. And Ms. Di said, education is the most powerful weapon in the world. You know why? Because when you have the knowledge, nobody can take it from you. And so if you don't want anybody to take what you know that you know from you, here is where you need to go, to the NGO Whisperer, and make sure you sign up for the what? The master class, because you need to master what you're classing in. We'll be right back.
Hi. The Global She Rise Conference 2021 is here again. My name is Shelley Murphy, the founder of Women Reach Out with God Initiative, Rowdy. I am super excited to invite you to our second She Rise Conference, scheduled for the 30th of January 2021, with the theme, Break the Chain. Yes, you heard me. This is a brand new year filled with new opportunities and expectations to becoming more. But you may need to break free from every chain that had bound you. Break free from every negativity and situation that had made you go through life in a cycle. It is time for you to break free from that self-doubt, fear, and limitations that hindered you in 2020. Because it's time to rise and shine in your life, your business, your career, your marriage, and of course, your health. It is time for us as women to rise together to support, empower, rebuild, and reshape the future. We have a lineup of amazing and phenomenal speakers that will take us through it all. So all you have to do is click on the link to register and invite all the women around you to do same, and you all will be glad you did. So join us for a transformational experience, January 30th, 2021. See you at the conference. Bye.
Make sure you grab your ticket. Click on the link in the chat for the She Rise conference that is definitely going to knock your socks off with the women of She Rise Global Initiative. Women from all around the world speaking on topics that will help you rise and help people that you know rise as well. Together we rise. And in this day and age, she rise. Grab your ticket today. All right, and we are back. So, wow, Dr. Opinde, you just came and you dropped the mic. You dropped the mic. You dropped the mic. You dropped the mic. I'm super excited. I can't wait to check out the masterclass. And so with that said, we are at the top of the hour. Wow, this time went so fast. Hey to Patricia Rogers. She said, we're looking good. Well, you're looking good as well. And No Sad Story Watkins said, thank you so much. I will be attending the masterclass. Well, great. Thank you. And we look forward to you attending. And make sure, sign up for the branding nonprofits. Make sure you sign up for the masterclass. It's going to be something that you don't want to forget. And Dr. Opinde, she said, thank you so much, everyone, for sharing this live show. See you at the NGO Whisperer Masterclass. Make sure you go to the link. You'll be happy you did. And make sure you look in the comments because we've put it in the comments several times. And thank you for all of you that have helped us share this information. And here we've got a comment from KJ Johnson, 2 hours each week of powerful tips, tools, and techniques to help your brand elevate to a higher business of purpose.
Dr. Riche, may I say something? I know
Yes,
our time
please.
is so much spent. We have giveaways to the first 2 organizations that sign up tonight for this evening. We have 2 giveaways. What is that going to be? Organizations that have already signed up. First and foremost, we got one organization from Antigua and Barbuda, an island in the Caribbean, and we are giving them 3 hours of technical support to look at their branding before we start the masterclass. That's how much we want you to succeed. So the next person who's going to sign up right now, I'm going to check and see the next organization that's going to sign up. You will get 3 hours of technical support, just us, one-on-one, not other people, just you and your organization. You can bring your team members and all that, and we will provide you 3 hours of technical support, looking at your branding, asking us all the questions you have in the world about branding, and we will work with you.
Wait a minute, Doc. Wait a minute. You talking about in this, the people that sign up, the giveaway that you given is 3 hours of technical support. Now, we're not talking about somebody, they're going to pick up the phone and call and they're going to talk to an automated person.
No.
You mean to tell me you're going to spend 3 hours
yes,
helping people?
Yes.
Wow.
We've done that with 3 other organizations. We are doing that with 3 other organizations to help them position themselves for success And KJ Johnson and I have this. Tomorrow we have one organization that's based in Austin, Texas.
Yes.
And on Friday we have the Antigua team. On
Yes.
Saturday we have a South African team that we are doing this with because they took action, and they went ahead and signed up before anybody else. That is what we do. We are not here to play games, guys. We are not here to play games. We want you to succeed, and we put in our A game. We bring everything we have. We put it all on the table, as Mirel Tulakuma says. We bring it all and we leave it all on the table so that you have no excuse to fail. Because when you work with us, the story that I told you today about that nonprofit that was not confident about their report many years ago, not when you work with the NGO Whisperer. You will always be the top, excellent nonprofit, and the donors will always say, we don't need to check your work. That's what we want.
So, all right, listen, I don't know about y'all, but I think Dr. Opinde, and I know it's at the top of the hour, and I know you stayed up late, but we got people still coming in. We got the author Shirley Patterson all the way from Patterson, New Jersey. We got the show host Ken Jacobs in here. We got people from all over the world still streaming in. And so listen, if you want to get in on this thing, 3 hours of branding, it's a free gift for those that go and sign up. It's a free giveaway. And now, you know how I am. I got to ask the secret sauce. I asked her, are you talking about on the phone? You know where they say I'm giving you technical support. Doctor said, no, we are going to spend time. We're going to sit with them. We're going to talk to them. We're going to help them do what they need to do to help them get to where they're trying to go. So here is the link, and it's in the comments. Go ahead and sign up. And look, listen, I don't have time to play either, Doc. I don't have time to play. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to give them time. I'm going to give them 30 seconds, and then I'm going to play a commercial for them to sign up. I want to know who signed up. So here you go. You got 30 seconds to make it happen. It's your time to go ahead and get your nonprofit off the ground. And this is the master class of all master classes. So grab your ticket now. I love that. I love that. I love that. It's amazing. So you need 30 more seconds, need almost a minute. Well, here is the time for you to win it.
You ready? You got me running. You got me running. Got me running. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Raise your hands up. Raise them up.
I just love it. So Dr. Opinde, we still have folks chiming in, and I'm gonna be in the business. Okay. Oh, we got a question. And we got where's the link? So I'm gonna pull up the link, and then we got a question about the amount of it. So don't answer yet, Doc. Don't answer yet. Hold on, because I want to put it up on the screen so that people can go ahead and grab it. I'm going to put it back up on the screen again so you can grab it. Give me a quick second to go get it because we got so many comments thanks to all of you that are viewing it. Okay, so here is the link for the master class. Go right there and grab your ticket. And so, Doc, I'm going to bring you right up front and center. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I don't want to do it. Let me share this. I want to do it even. Okay, Doc, how do you convert the cost into US dollars? You can go online, and type in translator, and it'll translate it for you. So I want to give you a couple minutes to do that, because guess what, Doc? You want me to bring it up on the screen, Doc?
Right. Bring it on.
Pow.
Go to ngowhisperer.com and bring it up on so people can see what we are talking about. When you
no, Doc, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but look down below you, because no sad story Watkins said, I finished. I have my confirmation. That's what they're saying. Action takers.
And no sad story Watkins. You are in for a rude, I don't know what to say, but you are going to be shocked. You are going to be shocked at what we're going to do. Karen KJ Johnson, are you there? Did you see that? No sad story Watkins. Signed up at 1:15 a.m. my time. I don't know what time it is there, because it is already Wednesday here.
Exactly. Yep.
Yamal has just registered. I think we have our 2 people.
Wow. Oh, wait. Wow.
Angela Elting has just registered. I'm just going to go online and check and see, because the online system will show us who signed up first,
Wow. And so go ahead and keep signing up, because I got a special gift for y'all guys. And gals. I got something special. I got something special coming your way. Wow. I just want to say that. Go ahead and get the sign up on.
Who have signed up. There are so many people who have signed up. That is so awesome. I get emotional moments like this, because I know their lives are going to change. Their organizations are going to change. Dr. Riche, I can share with you stories of organizations that I've worked with.
Yes.
Some had some money and used up all their funding, and they didn't know how they were going to go through COVID. When COVID hit in March 2020, and countries like South Africa went on total lockdown where nothing was happening. Mm-hmm. And so many of these organizations did not know what to do. Yep. The most beautiful thing, and I will tell you, all of the NGO Whisperer clients, except one project, all of them are now operational, continuing to work. The only project that closed was because of education, and the government took over the school from the private nonprofit that was owning the school, because the government needed to take over the school because of all the regulations with the teachers and everything. But none of the NGO Whisperer clients closed their doors. Why? Wow. Because week after week, regardless of the discouragement that nonprofits faced, I told them, I will meet you every day. If you're doing homework with your children, I will change my schedule and have you and meet you when the children are asleep. That's what I did. And Dr. Florence Nsabwe, she's a client of mine. She stepped in and became a client of mine during COVID, walked with her through the journey while she was locked down in Burundi. Her family is in South Africa. Mm-hmm. So when I tell you that I will hold your hand and walk with you as the NGO Whisperer, together with our branding strategist, Karen KJ Johnson, we mean it. Karen can share with you testimonies of just masterclass technical support that we provided to young global entrepreneurs on Saturday. Last Saturday, while many people were having barbecue and relaxing at home, we were working with this nonprofit to help them elevate their vision, their mission, and take them to the next level. And here we are talking about a professor who decided to set up a nonprofit to work with underprivileged young people who are not in education, who are not in training, who are just sitting at home. Some of them do not even have any certificate because of many reasons. Some of it is just because they come from poor families and cannot afford to go back to school. We work with nonprofits such as those. We also work with medium-sized nonprofits who have done everything within their power, and now they feel they need to go to the next level. So wherever you are, we will meet you from where you are and take you to the next level.
Yes.
And for
and
those
Dr.
who are
Opinde,
asking, yeah,
Dr. Opinde, excuse me, I'm gonna take a sip because I saw a couple people say they couldn't get the link, so I want to take a moment to thank Angela Elting for putting the Google information for the conversion, because I see like 3 other people saying, hey, wait a minute, I want to get my ticket. So here is the conversion for the money. Here's the conversion, okay? And if somebody can convert that into dollars and put it in the comment, I'll bring it up on the screen so you don't even have to do that. So Angie, if you could do that, let us know. And Karen K, Dr. Opinde, what's the price on the masterclass?
So the masterclass, the single ticket is $60, apologies, 60 pounds. Like I said,
is that in American currency? Hold on a second. Here we go. Let me go up, folks, and see if I can find it. Oh, hey, Dr. Opinde, I think you need to read what's below your screen.
Ooh, thank you so much, Dexter Sadler. Order completed in UK price. What was on your site? That is the order number.
Wow. Wow. That's commitment. That's commitment. And Shirley Patterson, that's KJ Johnson. KJ Johnson, she's going to inbox you the link. She's going to inbox you the link. And Karen KJ Johnson, you need to have that lady on the show. She's got a fabulous book out. If you missed my show, you need to have her on your show because she's phenomenal. The Money Dr. Dexter Sadler, thank you so much. Thank you, Angela, for putting this up here. We appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Dexter Sadler. Pass that on to your friends and tell them to come on and get in where they fit in. And Dr. Opinde, go ahead. Let's read that comment by Karen KJ Johnson.
Karen, this is actually the branding objectives and what you get from there. So it reads, Learn Branding for Nonprofits, February 4th, 11th, 18th to 25th, 2021. If you have a nonprofit, this is the masterclass you and your staff and our board members must attend. Branding for Nonprofits Masterclass is packed with strategies, tips, and tools to help you strategically position your organization for 3 things. Number 1, increased financial support. Number 2, increased visibility and exposure. Number 3, improved credibility. We know you are credible, but we want to improve it and take it to the next level. The deadline is rapidly approaching, the 30th of January 2021, in 3 days. Don't delay. Secure your seat. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. I love it. And Dr. Opinde, we have a question from one of the people that just grabbed their ticket. And I am going to go ahead and pull his thing up because he had a little bit of problems with the conversion. He said, I was delayed pending U.S. Coast conversion. Hopefully you will provide this special training session for all of us who registered today. Now, Dr. Opinde, I want to give you a moment to think about it. We're going to take a break and we're going to come back because we just put Dr. Opinde in the hot seat. Mr. Dexter Sadler, the money doctor. So we're going to bring her back to answer that question. But in the meantime and in between time, we're going to take a pause for the calls.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if y'all could hear that, but I'm going to come on back and bring it back and start it up for you guys again. So y'all can see that question up there. So make sure you hear what Dr. Opinde say when she come back. Okay. So we about to pause for the calls. Here you go. All right. I'm going to run that back, folks.
Right time, because Entrepreneurs Living the Dreams 2021 is here to help you with your home-based business for the 21st century. So come and learn how to build your home-based business from some of the best speakers on the planet. As you change your future, the visibility strategist herself, Miss Patricia Rogers, along with Dorothy Ross, Mrs. Ignite and Take Flight, Dr. Lotus Riche, Dr. Fiona Delika Apostle, Randy Ward, Nancy
Hey,
Matthews,
what can we give these people?
Amy Sunshine, Ivona White, Emily Taylor.
I'm not sure. Maybe 6, 7. We can't give them the 3 hours like the others, but we can give them something.
25th for Entrepreneurs Living the Dream, showing you how to create your reality.
All right. Thank you so much. And Dr. Opinde has a quick call that she's taking. Folks are blowing her phone up already. So I want to thank each and every one of you for your participation.
We can give them 90 minutes.
Version. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Sadler, for sharing what you shared with us. Thank you for doing the conversion. Miss Kim Jacobs and Patricia Rogers says she loves the promotion. You rock, and so do you. And make sure you guys come on out and cheer us on for the Entrepreneurs Living the Dream 2021 home-based businesses 21st century. We are being led by this phenomenal visibility strategist herself, Miss Patricia Rogers, and of course the remarkable Dorothy Ross is going to be there as well with a host of other speakers that's going to blow your socks off. And then don't forget this weekend, of course, this weekend we are going to have the She Rise Conference. The She Rise Conference is going to be here on Saturday. Make sure you check the link in the comment block below for the She Rise Conference. You don't want to miss it. And last but never least, make sure you sign up for the masterclass. And once Dr. Opinde is finished, we're going to bring her back to answer that quick question. And don't forget to see me tomorrow at 11 a.m. on the Kim Jacobs Show. It's going to be an explosive show. And then meet me back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when I'm going to have Kim Jacobs on my show. We are doing Interview the Interviewer. And honey, you don't want to miss this show. So let's me go on backstage. I'm going to take a 30-second break and I'm going to go get Dr. Opinde, and we're going to answer that question for Mr. Dexter Sadler. Be right back.
You ready? You got me running. You got me running, got me running. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Raise your hands up. Raise them up.
All right, y'all back. I'm so happy that I'm back. I can't wait to see you. Y'all think that's a hot intro? Wait till you come to the Kim Jacobs Show in the morning. I'm going to put some information in the comment block below. You want to make sure you're at the Kim Jacobs Show tomorrow. Make sure you're there. And while we're talking about shows, let's talk about the NGO Whisperer Show that I had the esteemed pleasure to be on most recently. So, Doc, you're going to have to come back because we got to tell people more about the NGO Whisperer Show. You just dropped the mic when you came here. People know that they can see you on Facebook. They can go to the YouTube and check out the NGO Whisperer Show. And don't forget, folks, check me out on YouTube as well, because guess what? This is how we get the word out. So make sure you check the NGO Whisperer Show out on YouTube. Okay, make sure you do that, and I'll put it up there in a moment. So, Dr. Opinde, the money doctor, Mr. Dexter Sadler, was saying that he hoped that you could give the folks that signed up here tonight some of that one-on-one time. So I'm going to put you right up front in the hot seat so you can answer that question. Unmute your mic, Doc. There you go.
Oh, there we go. This seat is so hot right now. That's what I was saying. You don't want to be sitting on it right now. Dexter, I can't wait to see you. You know, I've consulted with my team, and we have agreed that we will give 90 minutes consultation. It's going to be a group consultation in the interest of time, because if we are to go through this and give everyone 3 hours, we won't be able to finish and provide the support that we need. We will be so exhausted. So what we are going to do is we will arrange a special Zoom call where everyone who has been here today will gather with us, and you will have 90 minutes together in a group, and you prepare yourself, come with all the questions that you have about your organizations. You will all get time to talk about issues that you are facing. That is only for those who are with us here in this live, because I know there are people who will watch during the replay. Now, don't forget, we always award and reward those who go above and beyond. Remember, we have the NGO Whisperer magazine. So I'm throwing it out there. We have the NGO Whisperer show. So we will be watching achievers. Those who go above and beyond will get something from the magazine and from the NGO Whisperer show. So just because you're getting 90 minutes for the masterclass doesn't mean that's it. I have something in store for you. I will reveal it when you show up at that special 90-minute one-on-one. Let me call it group session. Group session is the right word. I will reveal it there. So make sure if you are here live, you're still thinking twice about signing up. There's going to be a special group session for you. And I'll reveal something about the NGO Whisperer magazine or the show. Is that good, Dexter?
Awesome.
Where's Dexter? You put me
So
on the hot
Dexter,
seat. Now I'm
he's
going to put you on the hot seat. He's advocating for everybody. I love people who stand up and advocate for everybody. They are not ashamed to stand up and say, I did this. What am I going to get out of it? Dexter, is that good?
He said, yes. Look right down below.
I see it. I see it. We're good.
Awesome.
So everyone who has subscribed, we have your email addresses. We're going to reach out to you. And my phone is ringing off the hook with notifications. If you're still here, you haven't signed up, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. Just so you all know, Dr. Riche is going to be in our Q1, quarter one, January to March 2021 issue of the NGO Whisperer magazine. She's going to be there.
Yes, yes, I will be on that magazine. So please make sure you support the magazine, because Dr. Opinde is doing such great work all around the world. And Mr. Dexter says we will receive an email for the Zoom. Thank you.
Yes, you will receive an email for this, for the special Zoom.
Yes.
I mean, the masterclass is already set. You have already received an email about that. It's all automated and everything. For this special Zoom, you will receive an email.
I love it. I love it. So, Doc, I just am so humbly thankful and honored that you stopped by tonight. And wow, we just, I'm always looking to do wonderful and exhilarating things for people all around the world. And you came in tonight and you rocked the house. You just showed so much love and so much compassion for people. And I really thank you for doing that, because it's super important. It really super is important. So thank you so much for doing that.
I am so honored to be here. And for everyone who is here, who has watched, who has shared, who has signed up, I am so honored. We do this because we want to impact people's lives. As you can see there, when I started out, I said, raising funds, impacting lives. That is the vision that I got when the creator of the universe gave me the name, the NGO Whisperer, and I was in tears. And later on, the word connecting people came. So when you hear me say connecting people, raising funds, impacting lives, we have seen that happening today. That
yes,
by the grace of God, Dr. Lotus Riche connected me with you guys. We are going to work together, build your brand so we can raise funds together. And by the end of this 2021, while people are still struggling how to pivot, we've already gone to the next level. And we're not just talking about pivoting. We're talking about a whole lot more.
Yes.
Impacting people's lives. Because without you, we don't exist. Without you, we don't exist.
Yep.
We need you guys. So we are here for you. Reach out to me. Always reach out to us. Reach out to our branding strategist, Karen KJ Johnson. She's here also. And if you have any questions, email us info@ngowhisperer.com. Go to our website. You can reach us through the website. Ask any questions, and we'll be there, right, to answer all your questions.
Exactly. Exactly. And so, folks, don't forget, tomorrow, meet me at 11 a.m. And first, before I even go there, Dr. Opinde, again, it was an esteemed honor and privilege to be on your initial show, the NGO Whisperer, and an even greater pleasure to have you here today. I want to thank you for all that you've shared on the show today, for what you've brought to the show to share with my guests from all over the world, because really nobody knows some of the things that people go through when they're going through. How about that? When they're going through. And so I wanted to take this time just to thank you for that. And I look forward to doing a lot more miraculous things that we're going to be doing in the future. So you guys and gals, y'all stay tuned, because the best is still yet to come. So with that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. I want to encourage you to ignite and take flight in every area of your life, because it's important. And so with that being said, I want to encourage you to join me on tomorrow, and make sure you sign up. If you've signed up, or if you haven't signed up, if you're going to sign up, make sure you sign up right there and send this link, this information to someone that it may bless them and enhance their business, and so they don't have to struggle for any reason. So let's make sure we do that. We don't need a special season to have a reason. So again, we thank you. We appreciate you, and we'll see you real soon. And until I see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., make sure you come in to the Kim Jacobs Show. We appreciate you and we love you. Good night. Make sure you join the show January 27th with Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor, as she's hosting